material, all of the opportunities that Aussie was able to provide off that body loop, but Nick, Queasy, they're still intact. They're still fully in control of this high ground. Clix and Lacey might be hoping to try and counteract this, but from the secondary high position, they still got to deal with these teams on low. Queasy and Nick, they're not letting up either. Alex doing what he can to fend for himself in the backside, but Nikov, Podesai, immediately shockwaving towards the front side low. They're waiting, they're hoping that somebody is gonna run into one of their pre-edits.
There are 15 teams still alive. Placement points have not touched this lobby just yet. It's all eliminations all the way, as Cold is looking for another one. Savage, weak as can be on the other side. Lachlan's there as well. Shockwave from Panada, causing a little bit of destruction and confusion, as Cold is simply on the hunt. An opportunity there, but he misses out, but Zemi's gonna steal that one away, as Peterbot is struggling to get out of the box, but they send him back to the lobby anyway.
And Queasy, the lone man on height, he's gonna try and just make sure that he's got it as long as possible. Clix and Lacey, though, all the way in the bottom field, they are making sure that nobody can challenge their current position. Clix creating so much space. Lacey, all that bot reviewing from last night, buddy, it's kicking in now. Queasy gonna be dropped down into the heart of the action, and now Clix, Lacey, he might actually do this.
He finds his former teammate, Veno, the 6 out of 12, as he lands another shot, but he gets Shockwave out of zone, quickly uses his, finds his way back, 0 builds left, but on the high ground, it's his EU competition. He goes for a play, but gets set right back down. Nikov, Podesai, 4 eliminations, they're in control.
And they absolutely blocked off Queasy's attempt to actually catapult himself back up to high ground. Clix, Lacey, they're just too tangled up. It's only gonna be Clix that manages to finagle his way out of here, but he's gonna shockwave up. He sees Podesai, but he's a target, but Podesai's been sent packing. It's only Nikov, the other half of the Gentlemates, to keep this one alive.
There's one duo left in this game, and it's Cooper and Zemi. Everybody else is solos as Queasy's trying to go for the heal off. The Chug Jug backside of the zone. He barely gets it off in time, but Cooper and Zemi, they have the Chug Cannon. Infinite heals as long as they have the time. Queasy drops down from above, but it's only a short stint. He doesn't want to go ahead and stay there for too long as Nikov goes down. 2v1 situation. If anybody can do it, it has to be Queasy.
But Queasy's just outnumbered. Cooper and Zemi are gonna strike first. Victory Royale. And this is the moment they want to keep that momentum building.
They won the last game of the practice games yesterday. They held on to that momentum. They held on to that confidence, and they fired off here in game 1. Let's go and see how they're feeling with Frankie.
All right, guys. Congratulations. Gale and Center, give it up for your Victory Royale winners. Cooper, you knew that he had it in him. He's been practicing for this moment, but did you think straight out the gate you'd be picking up the first Victory Royale?
100%. I mean, we're going to win this whole thing. I'm the best teammate here. I'm feeling super confident. IGLing feels good. I'm feeling great.
All eyes were on Queasy and the high ground, but you guys were just staking things out on the low ground. Talk me through that end game.
Yeah, I mean, end game we looked at high ground. We saw they're very established. Cooper called it to go low ground. I was on him the whole time. He was calling it, and I was just trying to get kills, give him everything he needs, and it worked out.
It really did work out. Do you think you need to change things up now to keep people guessing in the lobby?
No, I mean, we might change things. We might not. I don't know, but all I know is we're gonna win more.
Well, all eyes are gonna be on you. Cooper, after game 1, we've got the eye test now. Who do you think is the biggest competition here?
I mean, I don't got any competition here, honestly. I think we're miles ahead of everyone. We just stay consistent, stay confident. No one's beating me here.
All right.
But we just watched Zemi go crazy, right? The mark of a good duo is like, if your IGL kind of says, hey, this is what we kind of need to do, he's immediately there to just make sure everything is happening the way it needs to.
Especially with the zone floating on over to the side of that mountain. Another solo is going to be Peterbot, and he's running out of his Chug Jug, and he's running out fast.
That zone was looking awfully devious, but the way that it's pulling back over this elevation is actually going to be a huge benefit to Clix. He's got these pre-existing builds. All he has to do is keep the pressure at an all-time high. Peterbot might be forced to drop here in a moment, though, but who's he going to drop into? Could it be Cooper? Could it be Kanata? down. No, instead, layer transition back towards that secondary height. Venom sent to the abyss off that shockwave, and Daya, she'll meet her end though.
Now every single person left alive in this game is a solo in this competition, and Seti's just trying to work his way through. All he has is the bare minimum, the Siphon Match, but if you look up, no, that's not an Angel, that's Clix, and he has more legendary slurp juices that he knows what to do with. This is a Clix game.
Kanata, he's reliving the practice moments currently. He doesn't have any heals this time though, and Seti, don't know if he's in the same kind of position, but look at Clix, an absolute menace in the high ground, just causing so much mayhem for the two down below. Seti finds Kanata, now it's all up to Clix. Clix trying to make sure he just doesn't get chopped out. Seti, he's got a way to make his way towards the high ground. Clix can't afford a drop, he has to use all of his builds. He still has a couple of slurp juices remaining. He's gonna look for Seti, he wants the finishing shot. He doesn't need the heal up, but he might just look to play it safe anyway.
Siphon Mats are so important, that changes the game completely from the situation we're in. Double slurp juice pop, he sends Seti flying outside of the zone, but back he goes, and back he does it. Clix and Lacey win game number 2.
They said they were all night, and it doesn't matter what anybody else might make of it because they came prepared here today. The performance is peaking, Jacob. A victory royale in game 2, and Frankie, even more to say.
If there's anything we learned from that last game, it's that America's sweetheart never plays it safe. Clix, the two of you take the high ground. Lacey goes down. What's your reaction?
I might have shockwave Lacey into zone, and I knew that would have been a big sell, but it doesn't matter because I won it, so it's all good.
Is that why he sent you into the zone? Because he wanted to do it as a solo, Lacey?
He sent me into the zone, but I trusted him the whole way. I never had a doubt he was winning that.
And while he is winning it, are you talking to him, or are you like, I gotta stay silent, let him do his thing?
I was just giving him simple comms, mats, refreshes, pop his slurp before he goes down to fights, and letting him play.
And you are loving those shockwaves because we saw that Seti got shockwaved into the zone in those final moments. In a way, it kind of won you the game. Is this your favorite item right now in Reload?
Honestly, my favorite item is a spaz. They need to bring the spaz back.
We'll just let it slide because you know what, he got a victory royale. So at the end of the day, it's all good. And now they're currently holding that #1 spot, 27 points. It is looking so good, but look right behind them, right? Cooper and Zemi, they're still holding strong as well.
Whoa, 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 but right behind them, tied up.
On Mongo, he does have some Chug Jug left. Veno's doing the same thing, getting aggressive, forcing players lower and lower on his current position. Queasy and Nick, third time could be the charm. We've seen him on high ground. Let's see him close it out.
But Kanata, Ronaldo, they just been skirting by. Peterbot with a 4th elimination now onto Nate Hill. And it could be disastrous for Savage. He's trying to see if he can make his way forward, but Peterbot actually going to be the one caught off guard. Rex from behind, just taking him out. A menace to the lobby, no lore, but Rex paying the ultimate price. She's also been eliminated. Thomas bringing down Mr. Savage, and it's all by himself that he's got to keep this one alive.
Oh no, Shockwave just a little bit too far into zone, only 10 on the Chug Jug, so that's essentially going to be a non-factor. Down below, one of the few duos left in this game, Ronaldo and Kanata. They are the ones on the hunt. They are the ones causing complete chaos down below, especially for any team that crosses path, and the Gentle Mates have just been separated. Nikoff is down as Ronaldo picks up his 3rd elimination.
But Ronaldo, he's running slim as far as the builds are going, and Seti, he might have to drop. Seti might have to get involved, getting a couple of tags. Kanata's shield's so incredibly low, but Seti, he's all by himself. He's just trying to stay out of the line of sight, and he can't go much further. He's gonna have to block his view.
From a top 2 to a top 3, at least he's staying consistent. As Nick dropping down from above, no builds. Queasy taking a huge amount of damage, 10 HP each. They're scrambling to try to make a play, and Nick Elboni is amazing with that elimination, but it's Ronaldo, it's Kanata, the thieves of the night, they steal away the game!
Ronaldo and Kanata from out of nowhere. They were always a part of the conversation, but everybody just took their eyes off for long enough that Ron could close this one out. That is what we expect of a former FNCS champion.
Hey boys, don't lose your voices before you've had a chance to talk to me. Pretty excited about that one. Everyone had their eyes on you going into this competition. Game number 3, you finally show up. How does it feel?
I mean, this guy right here is the GOAT, man. This guy's the GOAT. This guy's solo clutch, and you know me, I'm a FNCS champion. I carried my squad back in 2019. You know, the genetics and everything. We just a go-to duo. We waiting. When's next game?
I
mean, to be honest, that was probably the easiest game of Fortnite I've ever played in my entire life. All right, I'm not gonna even lie. We finally got a South Zone. Finally. If those who know, you know what I'm saying? We finally got a South Zone. The first 2 games, we're top left. We're running the whole map, landing bottom right. We finally get a zone, and I said we're gonna win it. And what happened? We won that game.
I feel like I'm hearing some excuses, though. Are you saying you're only going to win this if you get Southside zones?
He said, watch, if we get a zone, we're gonna win. What happened? I mean, look at it. The first 2 games, 2 pulled max, till we did top 5, top 3, and now we won, easy.
What do we think is gonna change for the next 3 games?
I don't know. Is anything going to change, right? We've only seen one duo kind of willing to change up in the early game, Peterbot and Aussie, right? Switching up their drop spot. Maybe they're kind of going to do something like that again. We just heard from Lucifer that they're kind of expecting to continue to kind of go for the most eliminations.
Of the lobby, no siphon though, so 30 HP. The necessary time for that Chug Chug to pop is now. Peterbot slowly but surely dropping down. They realize this one is all but over in their favor. 2 Shockwaves, half a Chug Chug as well. More loot being passed up, but now they're contested. Flakes and gone, they're going up, but Peterbot's going out. He has the last grappler. He makes his way back to the zone. This is why he is king.
But Peterbot, he's got to get his way back towards where the zone is actually at. He doesn't want to find himself outside of it. Still has a Shockwave. He takes out Gone. That's going to be the massive refresh. All of these builds, shockwaving up. One more tick could do it, but Peterbot barely managing to stay alive. He's on the high ground, and Aussie's still right behind him. Aussie's going to play Disruptor on low.
You don't know who he is until you realize that is Fragger Aussie on the low ground, causing chaos. Peterbot's chopping down Cooper, sending him all the way down low to that low ground, and now that's his chance to put down pressure. Only 3 teams remain, and only one of them is a strong duo because Courage has just gone down. Cooper has no choice but to try to make a play. Everybody left alive is going to be solos. Cooper versus Cold in the backside of the zone as he takes down Courage.
But Cold, he's right there in the mind of Peterbot. Cooper trying to do what he can. Peterbot doesn't have a whole lot of HP to work with. He'll at least have the opportunity, though, from the high ground to play off these small shield potions. Cooper goes up, but Cooper gets knocked down! Peterbot with the clutch! We all know what he's capable of, and he is just continuing to deliver!
Both of these guys are playing in synchronization to make things happen when it matters most. Aussie dropping to the low ground, Peterbot doing everything else. They waited to the second half, but they shown up and shown up big. Right, Frankie?
Well, they did show up big, and you know what? We know, Peterbot, you're the FNCS GO, but please give it up for King Kangaroo!
I mean, I think for most of that end game, I was just trying to stay alive. I mean, you just let the best do what he does. I didn't really do much, but that was the whole plan.
You got 2 eliminations to your name. You were alive in that end game. How much difference did Aussie make to your game, Peter?
I mean, he stayed alive very long. I mean, he did his job.
You sound surprised.
No, I'm not surprised.
And we aren't either, because Aussie, stand up for me, please. Listen, I always look short, even standing next to you. So tell me, earlier I was speaking to the 2 of you, and it sounds like Pete's letting you IGL a bit.
I don't know about that. I think he just let me make one decision. We're doing well. He's listening to my input. It's great. I mean, he's the greatest, but he still takes my advice. It's nice.
And your advice was to drop on Cooper and Zemi in game 2.
Okay, that sounds a bit bad. He wanted to go somewhere. I thought maybe that could be a play, but I love Cooper and Zemi, but...
It was your idea.
It was my idea.
I don't know why you credit it to Aussie, but I just want to ask you one more question. You got your first victory royale in the bag now, Peterbot. Does this mean the next 2 are yours as well?
I said we're going to win the last 3 games to Aussie, so.
All right, well, you heard the man. Let's see if he can make his prediction a reality after the break. Peterbot, let's see everyone!
2 points separating from Cooper and Zemi.
3-point difference between first and second and third. Zeke, we just have 2 more games left and things are so close.
Being done for them. The lobby is thinning itself out. Kanata might even be able to find another knock. No, he needs the refresh more than ever. Podesai spotted out the wood box, not going to keep him safe for much longer, but Kanata forced to close off the wall. Scouts that it's Cooper and Zemi in the low ground, cutting him off, stealing that loot away from him.
Cooper and Zemi finally getting eliminations. They're playing towards that consistency. We know throughout the course of this game, Peterbot and Ozzy have taken away that first place, but there's still 6 teams that need to go down, which is 6 placement points, and he has that mythic charge shotgun, 1 pump potential for him. Peterbot, he's got a little bit of arsenal, but I don't think it's going to be enough. 1v1 versus Kanata, no siphon, no matters. Both of them go down.
Peterbot making sure that Kanata goes with them. Typical Gamer still on height with Booga, but Daya, Seti, they're still up and kicking. Reason, Faxity to the high ground. Reason, Faxity seem like they want to be the ones to take over height. The challenge is a success. They're now on top. Typical Gamers stuck in the mid-ground. Everybody getting trapped inside the castle here at Fort Crumpet, and Typical Gamer will fall.
There might have been over 4 million different timelines looking through, but this might be the one where Faxity, a late entrant into the competition, could come out, but he's having a couple of hiccups from up, down, left, right. His HP's out the window, but Cooper staggering himself back. His only chance was left of the Chug Jug. He has to figure out a way in because he's the only solo left versus Seti and Daya. Faxity and Reason, the 2 strong duos, but they run into Cooper. He goes down. Reason is the one that's firing down from above. Hail and Brimstone with that red eye.
I like that! Faxity and Reason, they just need to close it. Reason gets the final blow, and Seti and Daya, they are out of here. Reason and Faxity, this is your moment. This is your victory royale.
The brothers are on top. You said it yourself. He guaranteed one. And that guarantee, that prophecy has just been fulfilled. We need to feel and see how they're feeling with Frankie.
Why are you saying sorry to Reason, Faxity?
Because he told me don't do anything stupid and I died.
You got nervous. But Reason, you got the victory royale!
Fucking go, man. Oh, I'm so happy. That was a nice win, but I told Fax don't do anything stupid, and he just jumps off fight. By the way, Fax, you want to say it?
What happened? Oh, shout out to Mark. We love you, bro. If you're watching from home, thank you. We're trying to win for you, bro.
Yeah, and he is going to give you all of his prize money. He told me that earlier this week. Now stand up, boys, so everyone can see you, please, because everyone in the Galen Center obviously wants to give you their support right now. Reason, what was your reaction when you found out you were going to be playing with this man?
I mean, I was happy. I like him. He's good. It was fine.
And has he taken you by surprise? I mean, you just got a victory royale. You've only been playing together for a couple of days.
No, he's been playing good. He's actually been playing good. I've been advising him a bit. He's good now.
And in fact, I have to say one of the highlights of this entire event has just been watching your shenanigans on the internet. But you're showing you can also put your money where your mouth is because you're here with me right now. Have you got anything to say to people at home watching, supporting you?
I appreciate you guys. We're going to try to win last game as well. Let's keep doing what we do.
Do you think you can? Yeah, of course you can.
Shout out to Germany, shout out to all my viewers, and nur der HSV.
To game number 6, Aussie Antics. Wow. Peterbot, 57 points. Cooper and Zemi, 56. But the kicker, Tokata, Seti, and Daya, 54.
Continue to increase that lead, and you're seeing our top 3. Seti is now by himself. He's feeling that same pressure that Peterbot is.
But wait a second, Zemi, Cooper, they might have just been reintroduced to this winning conversation. Seti getting sent so far outside into the storm. He's gonna have to use his Chug Jug way too early. Valuable seconds being ticked off here now. Trying to crank back up, trying to shockwave back into the zone. He does manage to make it, but only 20 left on that Chug Jug. Cooper loses Zemi though. Cooper's got to do this all by himself.
Luckily for Cooper, though, he does have med kits, the legendary Slurp Juice, different options here. Everybody in our top 3 are now officially solo players trying to hunt here, basically trying to outmatch each other. Now placement points are starting to come in. Top 9, top 8 as another one's going to fall. That's Somerset that gets taken down. Kanata is now out of this game. The players are now getting closer and closer here toward the end game where our final 3 could face off.
But that elimination that Cooper just got onto Queasy, that might just be enough time. Cooper doing what he can to try and see if there's any spare heals that he might be able to find back his own. But Peterbot takes out Seti and Daya. They're no longer in the conversation for first. Peterbot trying to hold strong to their situation, but there's still other players to deal with. Cooper also doing the same on the low ground, and Peterbot's out of here. Cooper has the opportunity of a lifetime here to bring this one home.
He needs placement. He needs eliminations. It's his chance to put up some big numbers here in the final game of the day, but he finds himself in a 1v1, v2 situation here for our final 3 players left in the game, and the duo, EU's finest, Podesai and Nikov, going against Gone. That's the solo player who shockwaves towards the top, tries to fire a shot as he drops down low. Cooper's just letting them handle things. He said free placement, I don't mind.
Cooper, he might be looking to even try and send somebody back into the storm. He's got 5 shockwaves. He can buy himself a little bit of time. He's going to go straight up. He's going to throw that shockwave out, but it's not going to connect. Podesai going to get chopped out because of Cooper sending himself off with the shockwave, but Cooper, he's just stuck between all of France here. Podesai and Nikov, they will find the Gentlemate's victory in Game 6 here, but the damage has been done. Cooper falling what he did. Your FNCS 2025 Pro-Am champions are decided. Peterbot and Oceantics.
One full day of competition, Taco. 6 games. You got Peterbot, reigning defending global champion. You got Ozzy, one of the biggest faces of competitive Fortnite. They went ahead and dominated with multiple eliminations. They got a victory royale. That's why your FNCS Pro-Am champions, Ozzy and Peterbot!
Because it took them until later in the competition to really take it by force. But once you had that victory royale under your belt, Peterbot, it was inevitable that you will be stood with me and this trophy. What does it mean to take victory at the Pro-Am?
It means everything because now I'm back-to-back LAN winner, so.
You are, and potentially you could be back-to-back-to-back later on, but that is something we need to discuss another time.